and welcome to another movie reviews video. I have 4 movies to talk about with you today. As always, my movie reviews are spoiler free, and I will leave last week's movie reviews video linked up here in case I went to see something that you would like to hear my thoughts on. I will also leave my Vlogmas playlist linked up above in case you have missed any of my Vlogmas videos. I will leave timestamps in the description box below so that you can scroll to the movie that you would like to hear my review of and you don't have to sit through the other ones. So as I say, 4 movies I saw, 2 newer movies and 2 older, of course, festive movies. This is Vlogmas after all. So I'm going to talk about the 2 newer movies first. The first newer release that I saw in cinemas this week was Dark Waters, which stars Mark Ruffalo. I love Mark Ruffalo. He was one of the big things that I liked about 13 going on 30 and why it's still one of my favourite movies. And then, you know, I wish they would remake the Hulk with him in the original. Let's face it, we all want that. This one was kind of different from what I was expecting. In many ways, it was slightly darker than what I was expecting. It's a bit like a dark version of Erin Brockovich, a more depressing version of Erin Brockovich. So if you liked Erin Brockovich, you will definitely like this one. I was expecting it to be a little bit more like The Post, I think. Like a bit more sort of investigative like that, and I wasn't aware that this case was over so many years. So this has a time span from like 97 right up until a couple of years ago or last year, I think, which is interesting. It was an interesting turn for me that it had such a wide time span. Also, Anne Hathaway gets kind of top billing with Mark Ruffalo, and so I thought she would be in it more, and she was in it less than I expected her to be. But yeah, definitely if you liked Erin Brockovich, you will like this one, but be prepared for it to definitely be on the darker side. I can't really say an awful lot more about what I liked because I don't want to spoil the plot for you, and if you're going to see this, then obviously you want to know what's going to happen and you want to be a little bit surprised. Then the second new movie I saw this week was Jumanji. Is it called The Next Level or just Next Level? Jumanji 2 or 3, as the case may be, if you want to look at the newer Jumanji ones as continuations from the original Robin Williams Jumanji. This was very good. I saw it in IMAX. I'm not sure that any of it was necessarily filmed in IMAX, but I just felt like I hadn't seen an IMAX film for a while, even though I know I am going to see another one on Thursday. And it was quite good seeing it in IMAX because then you get that like jungle or desert or mountain view that the characters have in the IMAX screen, and I thought the IMAX sound was really good in this case. So if you are considering seeing it in a more enhanced format, I thought it was really good in an enhanced format. I will probably end up seeing this one again because I really enjoyed it, so I can give you my opinion of it in a regular format, because obviously Star Wars is going to come and take over all the enhanced formats for the next like 3 weeks. So if I want to see this film again, it will have to be just in a regular screen. I really enjoyed it. I laughed out loud multiple times. I thought that Kevin Hart / Danny Glover was excellent. Obviously we have the characters acting as these other people, you know that from the first film, but Kevin Hart being Danny Glover was just the priceless point for me. Obviously I just think that those 4 actors together are just an amazing combination. I like everything that The Rock does. I like everything that Jack Black does. And then Karen Gillan, I just think is so underrated because she has come from playing like sort of smaller parts in her native accent to playing these big action roles with this flawless US accent. I listen all the time to see if I can hear any of the Scottish accent coming through, just like any of the little like consonant sounds or vowel sounds in there, and I just can't hear it at all. And it's just, I think she's so underrated. I think she's amazing in everything I've seen her in, even the kind of smaller series that got cancelled after a little while. I just thought she was stunning in that as well. Yeah, so I love seeing these actors. It made me laugh out loud. There was definitely a new story. It was a little bit sentimental. It had links to both of the previous films, so it's everything you could want, and I've heard so many people raving about it. And as I say, I will probably see it again. I'll see it in a regular format and I'll let you know the difference between this and the IMAX, but I enjoyed seeing it in the enhanced format. And then the two films I saw that are older releases, the first was National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, which I had tried to watch previously. It's not really one that had ever been on my radar until I moved here, and then everyone was talking about it all the time. We borrowed the DVD from the library. You'll see me talk about this in my vlog if you watched yesterday's weekly vlog. And it didn't stick with us, but I think maybe I was looking for more of like the classic films that I love to watch, you know, your Polar Express, your Love Actually, your Holiday, your Santa Claus, and it wasn't that. It's definitely very much a particular style of comedy. There's a lot of silly comedy, there's a lot of physical comedy in there, which at times can be really funny. I really like the song that goes with it, the one that plays at the beginning and the end. And again, I think it's a film about like how, yeah, family can actually pull together, and being together at Christmas is more important than like the gifts and the tree. Like that message is there, which is the essence of so many Hallmark Christmas movies and your other classic Christmas movies as well. The bit with the squirrel made me laugh out loud a lot, and this was a quiet theatre. There was like 5 of us in there, and other people had been laughing at other moments, but the whole theatre was laughing at those moments except me. The bit that made me laugh out loud, the only bit that made me laugh out loud, was the squirrel. I was the only one laughing out loud. I was just there like everyone else was. Yeah, there was 3 people in my row, so I did feel a little judged at that point. But I definitely think that seeing it in the cinema helped. Will I watch it again? Probably not. There are so many other good Christmas movies that I love that I want to watch again over something that I just liked. And then today I went to see The Polar Express in the cinema. Now, I went to see The Polar Express when I was 18, just about to turn 19, because obviously it came out at Christmas time. My birthday's at Christmas. And so I was like, this was nearly 20 years ago that I saw this, and I saw it a couple of times in the cinema. I remember going to see it multiple times, and so it's got that fond memory for me, and it's one that I will watch every year, but you need your hot chocolate with it. And it was a pretty full cinema, although there were some seats that were booked that didn't end up being occupied. Obviously, I love this film, but there's so many little details that you kind of miss when you're rewatching it at home, because if it's a rewatch, you might be doing other things at the same time, like wrapping presents or making more hot chocolate. And so you kind of miss out on those little details, and there was just so many moments. I was like, oh, this is just magical. This is beautiful to watch. This is like a true message of Christmas. This is such a lovely like message to put out there to the children watching this. And this is such a good way to like portray different kinds of children and different things that they might be going through at Christmas time. And just, I mean, it's Tom Hanks and it's a Christmas film. Like, what more, how much more heartwarming and like homely and wonderful could you get? So obviously I love this one. It made it onto my top 10 festive films, which if you haven't seen, I will link up here. I also made a book versus movie Christmas with the Cranks / skipping Christmas video this week, so I will leave that linked for you as well in case you missed that and you are after more movie content from me. It's been quite a movie heavy week. So yeah, so as always, if there are any films that you would like me to go and watch at the cinema this week and then report back to you here next Sunday, I am more than happy to do that. Obviously, you are going to want to subscribe because next Sunday I will be talking about the new Star Wars film, which I have IMAX tickets to go and see. I have other plans to see other films this week as well. So make sure you are subscribed so that lands in your subscription feed. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'll be back with another Vlogmas video for you tomorrow. So I will see you then. Bye.